Hello, everybody. Once again, it's me, your boy Chris Blackthorn Harris, coming again with another Poke video. First of all, this is why I ask AI Google this one question. What if Ash was supposed to use a manga-based Pokemon team in the anime, and how would it work? You know what I say about that? If Ash was to use a team based on Red from the Pokemon Adventures Pokemon Monster Special manga, the anime was shifted from casual status quo formula to a high progressive, battle hardened narrative. I mean, come on. We read the manga. We looked at the manga. We trying to pay attention to the mangas. And yet still, it boggles the mind. I mean, come on now. Red's manga team is iconic, yes. Being fully evolved, versatile and heavily utilized, in tactical and high stakes combat. Excuse me, is Ash really that smart in the anime? Then Red been tactical. Oh, no. I mean, one, if it's a inspired roster, Poliwrath is Poly, Red starter in the anime. That was mean Ash begins his journey with Poliwag that swiftly matured into a powerhouse, showcase aggressive physical martial arts combat. Yeah, because it's a fighting water type. And then, unlike the anime Disobedient Pikachu, the manga counterpart is highly proactive. A captured later in the wild, he will still be the ace, but with much fierce, less cuteness mascot demeanor. Well, actually, Pikachu started that cute, so yeah, that's the point. See, when I did this, it says wow, but when I look at it and see it now, it's like, I mean, Ash will successfully evolve his Bulbasaur all the way up to what it's supposed to be, a Venusaur, as in soar. But replacing his original stubborn version with obedient and well evolved one, I wouldn't say that. Then there's Snorlax. Caught on the world while Ash owns Snorlax in the anime, a manga-based version will be intimidating, permanent fixtures of activities and parties using raw weight and immense power. Wait, does he already do that? No, I forgot that one's still lazy. Ash's version's lazy, but Red sounds. Then Eevee. Originally a tragic experience on by Team Rocket, allowing it to mutate between V. Jolteon reported once cured, it permanently evolved into a. Wait, seriously? It evolved between two, and then next thing you know, it landed on one? And he had to go to Johto to make it evolve, so yeah. Aerodactyl. Revived from old Ember at the Simbar Island Labs, as usual, like in the game. This will give Ash a brutal, fast, and aggressive flying ace, rather than standard regional bird like Pidgeot. So Ash will be OP with a prehistoric flying type. Gyarados, Gara. Briefly owned by Red after being traumatized by Team Rocket, if Ash kept it, it would bring an element of raw, untamed fury to his roster. So, how the anime structure will be? Fast power scaling. Ash will not struggle against gym leaders. His Pokemon will evolve quickly, forcing the anime to introduce high-level tactical threats among much earlier in the Kanto arc. Tactical battling over gimmicks. I mean, what gimmicks can they do in the manga and anime? You like, hey, buddy, guess what? Is this battle? Yes. Environmental interaction and multi-stage setups, yeah. Rather than relying on gimmicks like mechanics like Z moves or simple types advantage. Wait, did you just say Z moves, not Mega Evolution, not G Max? Poor babies, poor babies. And the Dark Team Rocket stakes, since Red's team is directly forged by his conflict with much more sinister Team Rocket, who experiment on Eevee and Gyarados, the anime tone would have shifted away from the comedic Jesse and James toward a genuine criminal threat. And you know what, this question right here. Will you like to explore how Ash's Johto journey will look using Gold's manga team? Or look how Gary's Oak's team will change based on Blue? I said, nah. Then I asked this question. If Ash Ketchum used, what was the question? Oh, yeah. What about Pokemon Zenjo manga? What if Ash used that team because it's closer to the games they are based on Red and Blue? I'm going to sit here and let y'all read this. Okay? You reading it? Are you seeing it? Now, read it out loud and see how crazy that sounds. All right, you read it? All right. If Ash Ketchum used a team based on the Pokemon Zencho manga, the anime structure will look almost identical to literally one player through of the original Game Boy titles. Zencho would widely recognized as the single most faithful adaptation of Pokemon Red and Blue. I mean, featuring the protagonist Satoshi, who is directly based on Red, but not named after the anime counterpart. Wait a minute, ain't Satoshi and Ash wasn't the same? I mean, the game accurate roster, unlike the other manga adaptation that features eccentric team composition. This roster focused heavily on the classic events and encounters built in the Game Boy cartridge. I mean, one, Jar unlike the anime where Ash choose Pikachu, Ash would choose Charmander as his starter. Not Squirtle, not Bulbasaur, Charizard. And his starter, this Charmander aggressively scales, evolve all the way into the powerful, serving as the undisputed permanent ace of his team. And yeah, he still catch Pikachu. So Lidak did reverse. Instead of him choosing Pikachu, he catches Pikachu. Which evolved into a Raichu during his time when he get ready to challenge the Elite Four, who the first member of the Elite Four in Kanto was Lorelei. Then Lapras, received directly as a gift from Silco, employed after defeating Team Rocket in Saffron City. This ensures Ashes has a permanent, reliable water ice type. Eevee. No. Because mostly he caught it Alakazam. Obtaining it as an event Pokemon and selling condominiums, rather than change it into a more strategic gimmick as we use standard evolution stone to fit his type's needs, which means he would evolve into maybe a Jolteon or Vaporeon, but if I have to choose, I say Vaporeon. Snorlax woke up, caught it using a Pokeflute on Route 12, serving as the team's massive normal type physical wall. And then, last and not least, we supposed to be Ditto and like Jigglypuff. If you don't believe me, look it up. You understand what I'm saying. Alakazam plays Eevee, Snorlax, or Kabuto plays by Ditto and Jigglypuff. Because that's what it's supposed to be. And if you follow the Viva Old Ember or a fossil from Mount Moon, anchoring the final slot of the strictly traditional Gen 1 in-game party, I would say Aerodactyl. You need a flying type. No, we already have flying type. Sorry. So maybe a ground type. A rock type. Kabutops. So, how the anime structure would change it all? A completionist narrative, the series, where would abandon the casual monster of the week filter format instead of each episode. They correspond to distinct game chapters, hunting down the Savari Zone Warden's lost dentures, traveling to Rock Tunnel, and clearing Silco. But to the prior of this, pure gym to gym progression, Ash would never win gym battles out of sympathy or environmental luck, like setting off gym sprinklers against Brock. Actually, that's more like a strategy. He would systematically build the team advantage to conquer the gym leaders exactly as the player do. And then the brutal, vengeful rivalry, Gary Oak's heroization, will learn heavily into his initial counterpart, Shigeru. In this timeline, Gary's intense, hyper-competitive drive to complete the Pokedex stems from a dark backstory where his parents tragically died. Oh, good Lord. Driving him constantly to push Ash to his limit before they eventually go off to hunt Mewtwo. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But you know what? This team is better. It's better. It's good. It's good. With that being said, I'm your boy Chris Blackthor Harris. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, leave a comment below about the Pokemon Poke video. Because we're coming up Pokemon TCG battle. I know how to go mega.